The original CSI was on for maybe one season, possibly two, and then there was an explosion. Law and Order that involved forensic science, CSI Miami, New York, I once saw a cartoon, CSI Tulsa. Quite often we had to spend some time with those folks during the application process to try and give them as close a dose to reality as we could. For me, personally, forensic science gave me the ability to apply my knowledge and my wares in a way that gave me instant gratification. I think that sentiment is probably fairly universal among forensic scientists. It's sexy now because of the TV, and there is a lot of high-tech gadgetry that kind of makes it fun. And the things that I do in the forensic DNA laboratory, or that a forensic chemist does in the chemistry laboratory, is science in exactly the same way as the Harvard researcher studying the human genome, or the Nobel laureate trying to create the next material, space-age material. The efforts are just directed in a different way. Our program is, I think, really unique nationally and perhaps even internationally in terms of its scope and how we'll tailor to the extent possible what you want to do. I always recommend to students that if you can do it, come to campus right off the bat. There's a camaraderie and a piece of your maturing that just naturally occurs professionally if you have other peers around you, other students. And our students are active in outreach programs with the community, bringing high school students in or college students to sort of show them some of the cool stuff in forensic science. As of my last investigation, we were one of two schools nationally to have a practicing crime laboratory and a forensic science teaching program under the same roof. The Tulsa Police Laboratory used to be in the Civic Center in pretty cramped quarters. So they were in the market for some space. The forensic science program on this campus was also kind of shoehorned into some remodeled space. So the crime lab director and I have a lunch, we both need space. 3 years later, we've got 125,000 square feet of space that houses both the forensic laboratory for the police department as well as a graduate program in forensic science. A rather unique way they benefit us. Obviously, student internships might come to mind, and we've had some students go down there. But more importantly, they're a progressive crime laboratory, and they're always evaluating new technologies for the practice of their science. Sometimes questions from a crime lab guy becomes a project for one of our students. As a forensic scientist, to be part of the implementation of this new high-tech stuff in your backyard is every bit as exciting as any scientific discovery ever reported. My faculty is quite progressive thinking. Just one quick example, the medical examiner's office is here on campus. The medical examiner is charged with explaining and investigating any unexplained death. That creates a need in my mind. So we've teamed with the ME's office to create a curriculum and a track in our graduate program that's called Death Scene Investigator. This is a master's degree person who's going to come out better prepared to problem solve and analyze evidence they encounter at the scene of a death. Our students by no means are condemned to a life in a forensic laboratory. We try and teach a skill set that, although tailored for forensic science, could be applicable in an environmental testing laboratory that's looking at pesticides on farmland, a U.S. Department of Agriculture laboratory that's testing meat samples for E. coli, the skills that they learn here can be applied in areas outside the forensic discipline. Robert W. Allen. I am professor of forensic science and the head of the School of Forensic Sciences here at Oklahoma State University Center for Health Sciences in Tulsa. Be one of America's brightest orange in one of Oklahoma's boldest cities.